Abuja. Very soon we're going to hit all the continents of the world. Joining in from Luton. Hello, Landry. You are welcome. Lots of happy birthday cakes going on. Milton Keynes is live. We're looking good so far. We're going to hit that 55 mark very soon, and then we will hit the 110. We're going to give Falak a double for her trouble. We're looking good, guys. Milton Keynes, where are you joining from? If you're just joining us, welcome. Welcome. Tell us where you're joining us. Lucky says, happy birthday, Flo. See you at 80. If you're just joining us, welcome. Drop a line. Where are you from? We have Bedford in the house. We're looking good. We have Bedford in the house. If you're just joining us, welcome to this amazing birthday celebration. Oh, we have a Mr. Muyiwa Aderoju, any relation from Bedford, UK in the house. Supporters United of Nigeria. Shegun, you are welcome.
Thanks, Dosan. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate everyone being here. I appreciate the fact that each time that I call and ask for this, people turn up. Thank you so much. Today is a great day for me. Today is my birthday. Today is a day I'm celebrating almost 6 years cancer-free. Today is a day I want to celebrate by, making impact, again, affecting lives, blessing people. And my full name today, I will say, is Oluwafolakemi Aderoju. And that means that the Lord himself blessed me. I am the apple of his eye. And everyone calls me Flo. So I'm Flo Aderoju today. And I am, as most people will know, I am a breast cancer survivor, now thriving to the glory of God. And pain turned into purpose for me. 2019 April, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And since then, I went through my treatment, and now I am doing what the word says, that the comfort that I myself have received, I am now blessing others and showing them the same comfort. So thank you so much for being here. I started doing this a few years ago. I have these events every other month online and monthly face-to-face. And we also have a support group for people who have gone through breast cancer. I do this through an organization I call the Pink Smile. And it's about putting smiles on people's faces, where we educate people, we create awareness about breast cancer, and also will support people who are going through it. And it's all about, speaking out, reaching out, encouraging people. You don't need to go through it alone. We're here to support one another, especially in our community. A breast cancer diagnosis is not a death sentence at that point. And it's about just encouraging people to be able to, just speak out and let everyone be a support community. I'm very big on a solid support system. And we know concerning, be it breast cancer, be it any challenge that you might be going through, there's so many different things involved. There's the emotional bit, there's the mental bit, there's a financial bit, there's a physical bit. And in all these programs that we do, we try and touch on everyone. Because of the passion, I applied for a grant and I got the grant. And I just want to say thank you to the National Community Fund for making all these events possible. And it's about helping the people in our community to be able to go through this. We've had events on nutrition. We've had someone come and talk about nutrition. We've had events, we had one with the men on prostate cancer. So it's all about, education, awareness, supporting people in our community. And it's about encouraging people to see that, yes, you can have this diagnosis, you can have cancer, but you can beat cancer. And together, as they say, together we stand, divided we fall. So it's about community, community, community. So I'm really, really happy to be here. I'm especially grateful to God to be here today, to be able to stand and do this. As I said, pain has turned into purpose for me, and I'm going to keep going on and speaking and being a voice. But you cannot do this alone. We always need people to come on board with us. I want to take this opportunity to say massive thank you to so many people who have been a great support. I have people here who will put, go on, what's it called, direct debit to donate to Pink Smile. I have people who sometimes I will just raise funds for a particular thing or for someone going through treatments or something. And there are always people there who just come up and back me up and support. And through this, we've been able to support people even financially in Nigeria. Sometimes we'll be able to support people who are here also, because you do go through this and sometimes you've used up all your holiday and you still have to keep going for treatment. So it's all about support, support, support. It's about awareness. It's about encouragement. It's about saying, yes, it's not easy, but it is possible to beat cancer. And as I said, today is my birthday. I turned 55. I turned because I'm 55 already, I guess. I turned 55 today. I was diagnosed with breast cancer before I turned 50. And I remember reading a friend's message where she said, then you didn't know if you will see 50. But I give God praise today because I have seen 55. I know that I will see 65, 75, 85, 95, 105, even 125 as the Lord tarries. So thank you again, everyone, for being here. Excited. Yeah, I'm just smiling because I'm just so grateful. I don't even know what to say. I'm grateful. I take this opportunity again to say thank you to those who stood by me when I had cancer, those who stood by me when I went through treatment, those who stood by me thereafter. I must say, it makes a massive, massive, massive difference when you have people who are supporting you through this. And what I'm saying and what I'm speaking out to people, if you are going through this, please don't go through it alone. You are not alone. And, we have had a lot of people going through this. We're also teaching, first of all, you going through it, you're not alone. Please speak out, please reach out, and the support is there. But we're also saying to people on the other side, please, please, please be an amazing support to people. The amazing support I had during my time is part of the reason why I stand here today speaking. And I'm going to keep speaking. As I said, here I am still speaking, still healing, still growing. And I'm grateful to God for that. So it's about support system. It's about being there. It's about doing what you need to do. It's about knowing yourself. Early detection saves lives. We say that all the time. And it's not a cliche. It is real. Early detection saves lives. So when you see something, know yourself. You see something that is different about you, please, please, please get up, go to the doctor, go to the GP, and let them check it out. Sometimes you think it's normal and everything is okay, but sometimes that's not the case. So let's just get up and go. Let's be supportive. Let's learn. One day we will have an event on what to say and what not to say. Because unfortunately, we do have people in our community that really say what they shouldn't say. And that's why people, again, shrivel up and don't talk, because they don't want someone saying something that will bring them down. So again, thank you for being here. That's why we're here today, just to celebrate life. We're here today to say you're not alone. We're here today to say speak out and reach out. And as we said, in treatment, in life's challenges generally, it's not just cancer, it's not just a health issue, but whatever challenge you're going through, there are different stages of it. And today, I said we're talking about mental health. Mental health is real. It is really real. And even after treatment, after you even had successful treatment, in the case of breast cancer that I know, I do have friends and close people who even after that, they are still going through mental health. It's not easy. It's like you're a different person. I was talking to someone and someone said, even after the treatment, it's like you're not the same person you used to be. It takes time, it takes process, it is a journey, and we need help with that. So that's why I decided today on my birthday to say, okay, let's do something to help others going through even challenges generally, breast cancer specifically, and any other type of cancer. And we're also encouraging people again, please reach out, please reach out, please reach out. I am here. Has become a mission, a vision, and a mission, and a purpose. And yeah, do just reach out. I've spoken to people who are like, oh gosh, it was so amazing being able to talk to you. All the things I wanted to talk about that I have not been able to say for so long. And that's why we're here. At some point, we will put up a QR code. As I said, there is a support group that is going to be going on where people who've been through cancer, just a place, a safe place. It's all about the main thing we're also doing is creating a safe space for people to be able to speak, for people to be able to talk. Also, in all the events, most of the time, in in-person events also, we try and always bring someone who has been through, who has been affected by cancer in one way or another, either personally or it could be a member of the family, and just to share, their own journey. And for people who have been through it and are thriving, is to encourage others to see that you can also beat cancer. So again, do reach out to me if you want to share your story. Please reach out to me if you want to share a story on any of our events. If you know someone who wants to share their story, please reach out. Also, one of the things that the grant is providing for us is to give out wigs. And this is just, to pamper, people who have been through this, people who might be going through treatment, one form of treatment or one stage of treatment or another. We know in the UK here, yes, the wigs are provided and all that, but sometimes we don't get ethnic appropriate wigs. So the National Community Fund has made it possible for us to be able to give away wigs to help, boost confidence, to just say, to people going through it, you're not alone, we're here, well done, you're doing well, and we're pushing and we're rooting for you. So even on this call, do reach out to me. You can send me a private message if you want to. If you know someone who's going through treatment that just deserves, to be pampered, please send me a message and we will collate that and send out the wigs. We give out wigs also on our in-person events, but yeah, I think I will be absolutely joyful if today we can give out at least 10 weeks. So let's get it going. We want to give out 10 weeks today on this program. If you live in the UK and you are going through treatment, or you have a friend who's going through treatment, please reach out to me. Please, please reach out to me. We want to give out at least, let me put at least 10 weeks today. Make my day, make my birthday. Please, let's give out at least 10 weeks today. Anyway, we'll talk more about Pink Smile, but I'm always very conscious of time. I appreciate everyone's time. I really, really appreciate it. I don't take it for granted that you are here. I'm just joyful today, really, to have you here with me. And so I'm going to go on to our guest speaker. Our guest speaker is someone, I met him once at a program, and that was it. The connection was there, and I have not let him rest since then. I met Toyyib at a program that I went to, and he shared his story. And oh my word, I was really touched. And why? Because mental health is a massive thing. But as big as it is in our community, it's also like stigmatized, just like cancer is stigmatized. And what we're trying to do is break the stigma, break the stigma, break the silence. Let's talk, let's reach out, let's speak out, let's support people. Let's not judge people for things they're going through. Let's support them, not judge them. So mental health is real. when you have a cancer diagnosis, when you have a challenge, when something is going wrong or something is not going as it ought to, then mental health could set in. You could go into depression. You could be suicidal. These things are real and they're happening in our community big time. As a community, please, 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 let's support people. Don't judge. If you don't know what to say, just keep quiet and just be there for them. Just being there, just having a listening ear, just encouraging and saying, oh gosh, I get it, or I might not even get it, but I'm here for you. Whatever you want, I'm here for you. It makes all the difference. But more importantly, just like I went through breast cancer and here I am today, it's telling people, yes, something might be going wrong with you, but definitely you can flow through to victory from pain, from challenge. Your mess can become your message. And I think that's what Toyyib is doing today. If you know Toyyib and you follow him, he can post 10, we can have 10 posts a day. He just says it as it is. He's a blessing to our community, to the Black community. He's from Nigeria. He's a blessing also to Nigerians. He will speak in his native dialect. He will speak in English. He will just do it as it comes to him. But he is an amazing blessing. And I'm going to have my friend Tosan just introduce Toyyib to come and share his story. His story is amazing. And for him to be sharing this and blessing people, that's what it's all about. That's why we bring people. That's why we bring survivors. That's why we bring people who've gone through stuff and telling them, come and share your story, just to be able to bless others. So without much ado, we're going to have Toyyib speak now. Tosan, if you just please introduce Toyyib, and Toyyib will speak to us for about half an hour. If we have questions, you can put your questions in the chat. There'll also be an opportunity for you to raise your hand. We'll love to hear voices. And also there will be an opportunity for people to share any story that they want to share. Comments that you have, please. That's why we're here. We're doing community. It's not about me. It's not about any one person. It's about us. This is our show. This is our thing. This is our community. And that's why we're here. So Tosan, over to you. If you just introduce Toyyib, please, so that we can bring Toyyib in.
Thank you so much. Happy birthday, Folake. We're all here for you. You look radiant. 55, grace upon grace. We will get into all that later. And a big thank you to Toyyib. This is Toyyib, ladies and gentlemen. Toyyib Adelodun is the UK growth.
Adelodun, no worry.
Adelodun, forgive me, oh, I'm from Shekiri land. It's not easy for the people trying to become Yoruba. So he is the UK growth manager for Lemfi. Is it Lemfi? He is also a civil engineer. He's a mental health advocate and a life coach, all in one. He has over a decade of experience in the UK construction industry, working on major construction projects. He's got a commitment to making a positive impact in the lives of others through his coaching and mentorship. Toyyib teaches resilience in overcoming adversity to achieve goals in various aspects of life, from personal finance to education and scholarships, global work opportunities. This is a treasure all in one, and his online presence has grown to a following of over 750,000. That's just short of 1 million on all platforms, where he regularly shares inspiration and personal development insights. Ladies, gentlemen, find your e-life, your e-space, give a clap offering, put a high five. Thank Toyyib, but at the same time, welcome him to speak on behalf of our lovely birthday girl, Folake Aderoju. Welcome, Toyyib.
Unmute, so let's hear your voice. That's
wow. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. What else am I supposed to say after that introduction? I don't know what else to say. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for that introduction. Happy birthday to Mrs. Folake Aderoju. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Happy birthday to you. And it is so special that you have told me to come and speak exactly on your birthday. I am so honored. Like, it takes someone special for you. And like you said, we've only met once, and you wanted me to come and speak on your birthday. I wasn't even sure today was your birthday. I told you not long ago. I saw a picture on your profile. I was like, okay, maybe your daughter's birthday is today. And I looked, I said, that is you. Like, you're just reversing everything. And we thank God for the blessing. We thank God for the gift of life. We thank God for what you stand for, what you intend to do. And like you said, when we met once, we instantly connected. And there was no doubt about what we could do together. There was a quote I heard one time that when you are sharing from experience, when you are sharing from a scar, you understand a lot of things deeper. And we are in a world today where a lot of people are very keen to share success. We are on social media, we are on, like, it's very easy to share success. But we are kind of wiping away the fact that the foundation of success is a huge amount of failure. A foundation of success, the pillars that the success build on is actually a lot of failure. And we must continue to support each other. We must continue to have community around each other. And that's why I'm so appreciative of what you're doing. I want to thank you. I want to thank every member of the community that we are all we have. And we must continue to do this. Like I said to you before the event, anytime you do something, as long as I don't have anything on my schedule, I will be there. And let us continue to do this, because life is not built to be easy. And that's always my mantra. When I was young, there was a song that they used to play. I used to hear that song, and I didn't understand what it meant until I grew older. The song, a lot of people will know that song here. The song goes like, if you speak Yoruba, you'll probably understand it. And I'll translate it in English. The song goes like, Mi ò mọ̀ pójú ogun láyé o, bá máa ti múra tilẹ̀, láti ìgbà èwe ni bá máa ti múra sílẹ̀. I was very young. That's when that song came out. But I didn't understand it until I started going through life. And the song means that I didn't know that life was war. If I had known that life was war, I would have started preparing from my childhood. I would have been getting all the tools that I need. I would have been getting, if it is cutlass, if it is a hard hat, so that when something drops, it will not drop on my head. I would have been doing all of that if I had known this is how tough life will be. But unfortunately, we are now on social media. Everybody shares the highlight, and we are comparing our own backstage with another person's highlight. And I'll talk a little bit as we go further because of the kind of following I have and because of the kind of trust people have in me. People share some things that are going on behind the scenes to me. But when I see their social media, it's very different from what they tell me. I work in construction for several years. There is something we call front of house, and there is something we call back of house. So front of house is where everybody sees in the restaurant, the glamour, the flashes, the everything. But when we go to do construction, we see both front of house and back of house. When we went to a hotel one time, a very prestigious hotel, like top, like 5-star Kings kind of hotel. That's what we saw in the front of house. But because we were going to refurbish the hotel, they took us to back of house. You need to see how the ceiling was almost falling down. The place where the secretary was sitting, the laptop was almost turning, wire cables. We were thinking, to even repair this place, we have to strip out all these cables and start afresh. That was how turbulent back of house is. So in our support with each other, we recognize that all of us, we don't have a perfect back of house. We are all just in a journey. And life is, we were trained to be certain. We were trained to say, go to school at this time. get your grades at this time, start work at this time, get pregnant, get married at this time, have your kids at this time. And that was what we were trained with. So when some things do not happen as at some particular time, immediately the alarm bell starts ringing. The brain starts thinking, am I alone? Am I not part of the community anymore? What exactly is going on? Why am I having these challenges? But the fact remains that you are not alone. You are never alone. I've not even touched my slide at all, but I've made it very, very small to give room for a lot of questions. And we will celebrate tonight. We will counsel each other tonight. We will have a great time tonight. And I am just so happy to be here to celebrate with Ms. Adelodun and every member of the community. Thank you so much for having me. So I'll just share my slide quickly. It's just about 4. And we will jump in. Okay. Would you see my slide now?
Yes, we can see it.
Oh, perfect. Let us make a start. Just trying to drag this thing away. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for having me. And I turned 40 this year as well. I turned 40 1st of May, 1985. I was born. So it's a milestone year for me as well. And a year that they used to, there's so many things that they say about 40, but I haven't seen anything different. I just think it is just another year. But you should have, you are expected to have done some things by 40, but I have never, after my experience, I've stopped pressuring myself. One thing people don't know is that I have never owned a car and I am 40. And I have never thought, why don't I have a car? And those are the kind of pressure we grew up with. That you should do this, you should do this, you should have this, you should have that. I've just found like life should be lived at your own pace. Forget about what the society is doing. Life should be lived at your own pace. I'm just so happy to be here, and I'm sure we'll have an amazing time together. Thank you so much for that introduction. That introduction from my Shakiri sister, as she said, it's mind-blowing. Thank you. So my name is Toyyib Adelodun. As I said before, I was born 1st of May 1985, and I was born and raised in Mushin, Lagos, Nigeria. In the UK here, I have worked on different construction projects. If you look at the total value of those projects, they are worth more than a billion pounds. I worked in different capacity on those projects, maybe as an engineer or as a site manager or in different capacities. On some of those sites as well, I was a laborer, just soaking it up and learning what the job was doing. So I worked on the Crossrail, I worked on HS2 enabling works. Last year, I joined Lemfi as the growth manager. I'm also a coach, a speaker, a content creator. And just as they were saying that I have about 750,000 followers online since we did that intro, probably a couple of weeks ago, we've grown over 800,000 now. And my social media has always been just to share positive vibes, to support people as much as possible. And why do I support people? Because I know how hard it can get. The same thing Mrs. Adelodun is doing, because she knows the pain. She knows how hard this thing can be. And that is exactly what happened to me. 2020, late 2020, going to 5 years now, 4.5 years plus, I decided to actively use social media. And I'm telling you, late 2020. When I started, I thought the space was already saturated. I thought there was nothing I could say that somebody wanted to hear. That was what I thought when I started late 2020. And this is my clue to give to you that you can start anything at any time. But how do you beat competition? You beat competition by being authentic. There is nobody that has the same story as you. You might say the same thing as anybody, but if you say it with your own story, with the way your life has come, nobody has the same story as you. So if you are looking to start anything in the space, if you're looking to start anything on social media, I do support people in that way as well. But what I'll tell you is you will beat competition by being authentic. 800,000 strong, I never ever thought I could get to that kind of number. It still shocks me till today. You know, I was walking back home today and somebody saw me on the road. He was looking at me, and I thought, he must have seen my content somewhere. And then he called me. He was like, Mr. I used to see your video online. And I just said, thank you very much. I was on the underground, I think last week. I was about to come off. A guy saw me when he came in. He looked at my face. He checked his phone. He looked at my video. He looked at my face. But he didn't say anything. But I was about to come, and he was watching my video right in front of me there. And those things, I am so grateful for that, because I just see myself as a vessel. I don't see myself any special. I'm just passing a message, trying to encourage people. Same thing Mr. Adelodun is doing. So I was born Lagos, Nigeria, Mushin, one of the toughest neighborhoods in Nigeria. And my parents moved from Okeho in Oyo State. My mom used to tell me that her dad wanted her to go to school. And her dad wanted her to study. But at some point, she fell pregnant. And that was the time she had a lot of people around her that said, look, you've got a promising future around you. You've got this and this and this around you. Why do you want to keep this baby? And she told me something. And those were part of the things that kept me going at some point. She told me that, she said, come what may, she was going to keep that baby. She doesn't matter what happens. She was going to keep that baby. So she had to, there was like, maybe she ran away from Okeo and she ran to my father in Lagos, because my father just started doing some work in Lagos. And then she came to Lagos. I think they went back to go and beg the parents, and then they solidified everything, and then they made it possible. But it was tough. We went through a lot of things because of that, their decision to keep that baby. Where we lived in Mushin, we lived in a room and parlor. My dad used to sleep on the floor. I used to sleep on the floor beside my dad. My mom, because she had a bad back, she and the siblings would sleep on the bed. So when my dad used to wake up 4:35, and I'll open my eyes, like I'll open one eye and I'll think, what is wrong with this man? Why is he walking around like this? I didn't understand that it was a challenge. Now I wake up at 5 o'clock. I don't even need an alarm, because I just have something to wake up. I didn't understand why that was happening then. So we found a school. We found a school around the area. We couldn't afford that school. It was very, very expensive. They call it Little Saint Montessori School. If anybody knows Mushin, it's inside the Lupeju. We couldn't afford that school. But my dad heard about that school, that school is very, very good. It's very, very nice, that we should go to that school. They saved up all their money. There was a gist around the area that people were saying, that's why they don't have clothes, because they are sending their children to that very, very expensive school. But there was one condition. I was just 5 years old at that time. I was getting into primary 1. And the condition was that if you are first in class the first term, if you are first in class the second term, if you are first in class the third term, you will not pay tuition for primary 2. And that was where my mom went wild. She was like, no way, we are not going to pay school fees in this school. And she started studying with me. She started sitting with me. And that was a lot of pressure for somebody that's 5 years old. I topped the class from age 5 to age 10. Nobody could beat me. There was one girl that came to meet me one time. I couldn't forget. That girl was like, you're not going to be first this year, this time. You're not going. I said, Left to me, I just want to play football and run around like other children. But there's this pressure that I have to be first. That's a lot of pressure on a child that is 6 years old or 7 years old. But we scaled through. I was angry at my mom that she did it at that time. But later on, I understood why she did it. Because my siblings did not go to primary school. My mom used my books to train them at home. So much that people in the area started bringing their children to our house for after-school club. Because some people even withdrew their children from school and they brought them to our house and they were at our house full time because of the kind of quality they saw that that education brought. We didn't have money. I mean, this is why you can see my back. I have a lot of books. It was something that I craved when I was young, but we couldn't afford books. So finished primary school like that, went to the secondary school. I got into a school called Air Force Military School, JOS. We were 3 in Oyo State that they picked. We were in year 2, GS2. We were not paying any school fees. All of a sudden, they increased our school fees to 7,000 naira. That was 1996, 1997. 7,000 naira. We went everywhere. We couldn't find 7,000 naira. That was how I dropped out of Air Force Military School. I caught up with some of my schoolmates recently, and some of them were like lieutenant colonel, some of them were, colonel, some of them were now, and I used to think like, wow, this is what, like, not having enough as at that time, what you can do, how you can change your directory. So I came back home. My siblings were not in school as at that time. So my mom didn't want people to know that the 4 of us, or all of us, were not in school. So she sent me to Ibadan. So I was in Ibadan for 1 year. And then somebody came in and said, there's a school called Adelodun Grammar School. And that school is also prestigious. Fella went to that school and da. And my dad was like, okay, let us go and try Adelodun Grammar School. So I went to Adelodun Grammar School. They put me on the test and I passed. And they just put me in GS2. So I had to go back 1 year. I finished Adelodun Grammar School 2002. And then I got admission to study pure and applied physics in Lautech. First year, we gathered, I went. Second year was so tough. There was no money on ground. I had to drop out again. So while I was at home, somebody came to meet me. That was around 2002, 2003. Somebody came to meet me and that person said, do you know that you can get a scholarship on the internet if you write an exam called SAT? I was like, are you joking? What is that? So we went on the internet and we started sending emails to school abroad. We go to British Council, we go to USIS, we go and be sending emails. Want to study abroad. I remember when I received my first prospectus from King's College, University of London, my mom looked at it. She was like this, how do they know where you live? Because she never used computers. She never understood what it was. And that was why I tried to study abroad for this hope of scholarship. I wrote the SAT. I scored 1150 out of 1,600, but the embassy became my problem. I tried to apply at the embassy. I got 7 refusals in total. 7. I go there. By that time, I used to be very jittery. I was the firstborn. This scholarship meant a lot to me. It meant a lot to my family. So I will be shaking. My hands will be shaking. And in this country, if you are shaking like that, it's not a sign of confidence. You have something to hide. They just send me away. My mom will be on the mat. She'll be praying. By the time I come back home, I just say, mommy, they didn't give me. We were like that. Then 2008, I was able to come to the UK to study. And when I came to the UK, I don't say this outside a lot. The day I came to the UK, I didn't have a dime in my pocket. But I had some family members here that said, come, whatever it is, we'll help you to see how you can find a job, how you can do this, and also be studying as well. Back then, you could change the school that brought you to the UK. I know that's not possible now, but back then that was possible. You could change the school to a small college that is affordable, and that you can work, and that you can study. And that was how I was doing it. So I got a job at a nightclub, and I used to go to school during the day. I'll come back from school, have a bit of a nap, and then go and work in the nightclub. Sometimes I work in the toilet, where you clean the toilet. The people that spray you perfume in the toilet and they give you tips. They call it peke. I did that job all through, or sometimes I'm on the floor, I'm just sweeping the floor, I'm just doing all of that. So that was what I was doing. I saw it as an opportunity to learn, to study, to try, so I was so happy about it. But on April 29, 2011, I wouldn't forget, that was the night before the wedding of Prince William and Kate. London was very busy. Security was tough everywhere. Everywhere was tight. I went to work that night because it was like the day was going to be a bank holiday. So people were out. They were enjoying. Everywhere was busy. That was how I went to work, and I did not go back home. I was shocked. What was baffling was that several years later, I ordered my medical report, and I got a big lump of PDF files, and I was reading it. I was like, am I the same person that they wrote about like this? Am I the same person that was like this? Apparently, after work, I went into a taxi rank, and I said I wanted to get a taxi. Somehow I started fighting with the people at the taxi rank. They called the police, and that was how they assessed me, and they took me to a mental health institution. And I was there for 5 solid months. By the time I came out, the music that people were listening to had changed. The music that was at #1 had changed by the time I came back after 5 months. I was in intensive care for most of the time. I didn't even know what I was doing. My parents were in Nigeria. They ran. My mom said when she heard, she ran out of the house. What is this? How can this be? What could happen to my son? And there's this phobia, like this stigma in Nigeria. You don't even have a proverb for it. They'll say, what? This is your child. They say, this one is crazy. He's going to Yabalet, kind of thing. I was there for 5 solid months. And as Mrs. Adelodun was saying, it was when I came out, like when I was completely okay, and I came out, that was exactly where the challenge began. And that is why community is important when we are going through challenges. That was exactly when the challenges began, because my landlord had kicked me out when he did not find me. Till today, I couldn't pick one pin inside that house. So people started giving me one shirt, one trouser. I started going back to couch surf. I had couch surf for several years already. From 2008, I got my own place late 2010. So I had only lived in this place for like 4 months, and I had to go back to couch surfing. I normally see the psychologist, and they will tell me everything. When I'm in front of the psychologist, I'm always okay. But when I step out, I'll be like, hey, it is me alone against the world. I'll call my mom and I'll be crying on the phone. I'll say, Mommy, what is this? What has happened? Mommy, Annie, now God has a reason for it. I'll say, what reason does God have? What reason? Why would God do this to me after all my struggles? Why me? Why now? When I'm just trying to find my feet to support myself, Mom will say, she'll be crying on the other side because she couldn't see me. I couldn't see her. We were just talking, and there will be times where I felt like ending it all. There'll be times where I didn't have the courage to do it. So I'll be walking on the road, and I'll be walking in a way, and somebody will just tell what is wrong with you? Because I didn't have the courage to do it. I want somebody else to do it on my behalf. That was how much tired I was of everything. Because I was thinking that, imagine this guy that used to be first in class, this guy that used to be a scholar, this guy that used to be this, all that pressure of the world. I was imagining that, they should now see me now and look at me and say, look at what he ended up. Look at how he ended up. And I couldn't tell. Somebody looked at me one day, he said, Wale, the way you look, if your mom see you like this, she will tell you to come back to Nigeria because this UK is not favoring you. My hair will be filled up. I wouldn't be able to cut it because 1, there was no money, and 2, I just couldn't care. But Something switched at a particular point. And that's why I always tell people, you could be going through the darkest period. Please, there is a waiting time, a time where you don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. Just stay alive. Dress up, show up, mix with people. You may not know what's going to happen. Just wake up and show up. There will be days like that you will not want to do anything. Just get up. Sometimes it could even be just brushing your teeth. That might be what you will do that day because you are just so down, you don't want to do anything. That thing switched. I decided that, okay, I'm not going to compare myself with anybody anymore. My mates are doing PhD. Congratulations to them. My mates are doing masters. Congratulations to them. They are doing wedding. I'll congratulate them. Then I went to my barber, and my barber said, there is a job somewhere as a laborer. Around that time, said, are you going to do? I said, they said the job is hard. I said, the job cannot be hard, though. I am unemployed. Let me go and start. If you now see everything I highlighted in yellow, everything in that area happened after I decided that I was no longer going to compare myself with anyone. All of that happened. I started as a laborer. I started asking questions on site. People started telling me what to do. This one says an electrician. This one says because I took that job as a laborer, I was able to get into construction. And I started asking questions. Then I went back to university again as an undergraduate at 30 years old to do a course in civil engineering. And from then on, things changed. Work started improving. The pay started getting better. I got myself a small property, and I was even thinking construction was going to be my life. I was growing. I've worked on big projects. I thought, that is it. Let me just continue and go and be a chartered engineer. Let me go to Open University and just be. That's what I thought. Until I started writing online, 2020. When I started writing online, people started reading what I'm writing. They said I should come and speak. I said, me that I am very shy and timid. I don't know how to speak. I Googled, how can I train myself to speak? I saw Toastmasters. I saw different kind of community that I can learn to speak. Some people did not even know that I was in their class. That was how shy and timid I was. If I say, I was in your class, I don't seem to know you. I was so invisible. So when we talk about visibility, that's another topic entirely that we can work on to develop ourselves. Visibility can take you to places you can never imagine. We will work on that one. Maybe another section we will do that. So I started doing training on public speaking. I started getting better at it gradually. In fact, when there is an opportunity to speak, as much as I fear speaking, I'll put myself forward, even if my leg is shaking. And I started getting better and better and better. Now my calendar is booked, like to speak. It is unbelievable. And why did all of that happen? Because I decided not to put myself under pressure anymore. All these 800,000 social media following, it started because I decided not to put myself under any pressure. So, and that is what I want you to take away from today. It is not over until your last breath. It is not over. As long as you are still here, God has a plan for you. Your chapter is not closed. At all, your chapter is not closed. How did I become Learn5 growth manager? That's another story. I was just sharing online. Somebody asked me one day, say, there's a company that is looking for you, Learn5. I said, what do they want? Said that because I used to go to universities and talk to students that have just moved there. I was just sharing my knowledge with them. And that is what you need to do in your challenging phase as well. As long as you are looking at people in front, there are some people that are looking at you at the back that you can help with your knowledge. There are some things that look normal to you. Some of the information I share about studying abroad, it has not changed for the past 20 years. And some people will be like, say, how come you don't know this? So this was common knowledge. So those things that you know, even if it is teaching, a school, if it is encouraging young girls, if it is relationship issues, if it is this, the things that you know is useful for somebody that is coming. Because when all of us die, they are going to bury us with all of this knowledge. So why don't you give it away? It is a gift. When you stop focusing on yourself and you start focusing on the people you want to help, you will see that your life just becomes easy. Because you are no longer thinking of, me, I'm this, how do I look? How do I dress? You're no longer focusing on yourself, you're looking at the people you want to help. Sometimes I wake up 5 o'clock, I'll be replying messages because I'm focusing on the people that I want to. There was a lady that used to target me. She knows that I'm always by my DM 5 o'clock. She'll send that DM around that time. She knows I'll reply. She was so frustrated when she moved to this country. And I was just saying, please, just hold on. Everything will be better. Just hold on. Everything will be better. When she sent the DM and she does not see me, she'll send me a message on WhatsApp. I will get back to her. I have not seen her till today. There was a day she called me. She said, Mr. Toyyib, do you know what? I said, what? She said, I got a job at the Bank of England. And I was like, what? She said, I got a job. I said, are you serious? She said, whenever you want to come to Bank of England, come, I'll give you a tour around. And that is the power of being of service. What you have, you can share. Your chapter is not closed. That is the essence of what we are trying to do today. As I said before, everything you see in yellow happened after the biggest challenge I have ever seen in my life. That I thought it was over, that I thought I had nothing more to give, that I thought life was upside down. Everything happened. The biggest growth I saw in my life was after my biggest challenge. And that is a takeaway for you. Please, whatever it is, you may not see the light at the end of the tunnel, but as long as God has not taken you, your story is still being written. So that was my mom. About a few days after I was born, that's her carrying me there. And my dad's mom, she also passed away from breast cancer. They used to talk about when they used to take her from Okeho to UCH. And it was a very, very turbulent period because there was no care in Ibadan for my dad and his siblings that they used to take her. So they had to do extra care so that they can have extra money to stay in Ibadan. But she passed away not long after I was born. So I have a sister that is called Iyabo because of my grandmother. So this community is one that I am very, very passionate about. And those are my parents when they came to visit us in the UK. And my mom said she was feeling cold. So I took them to Gibraltar because Gibraltar is visa-free from the UK. I said, okay, I have a bit of ticket. I took them to Gibraltar. And those are things that I never thought will be possible when those things, there was no way I could see all of this. And that was one thing that kept me going that I said before. I thought in my mind, I said, even though my mom cannot see me right now, but what would she feel? How would she feel if somebody told her that baby that you did not terminate 30-something years ago decided to terminate itself? How would she feel? I said, I don't want my mother to feel like that. Whatever it is, I'll wake up the next day. I don't know what I will do, but I will wake up. I will try again the next day. And that was me holding my symposium last year when I was 39. We didn't do it this year because the cost of doing that was massive. And we had professionals from all over the UK. Some people flew in from Ireland. One of our brothers came in from the US. He was traveling to the UK for the first time. And it was like, yes, I'll come to your symposium. And it was just, the videos are on YouTube. And those are the things that can happen that there is no way you can see it now. Just come up, dress up, show up, and meet people, smile at people, do favor for people without expecting anything back. You know the way dogs are. Dogs are that kind of animal that will just show you joy without expecting anything back. Be like that to people. There's a book that I'm reading right now, which I'll recommend, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I used to read that book over and over and over again. Just be genuinely Like, just be genuinely good to people. And you will be surprised at how God is going to turn so many things over and over to you. And I'm going to round up with this quote. As long as you still have breath, your story isn't over. No one can write you off. Not even you. No, you don't have the permission. You don't have the capacity to write yourself off because God has not finished with you yet. The pen is still in your hand. And I want you to understand that power that God has given you. And go ahead. No matter what the challenge is now, no matter the setback, you have the power to push through. God will not give you anything that you cannot handle. Any challenge that you cannot handle, God will not. I thought I couldn't handle what came out. I thought I could not handle it. But Bob Marley used to say, you don't know how strong you are until being strong is the only option that you have. You don't know. So please, go ahead, keep going, and we are here together as a community. May God bless us all. Thank you, Ms. Adelodun, for this opportunity to speak to your community. I am so, so happy, and we wish you many happy returns. 65, 75, 85, 95, 105 will be here by God's grace.
Amen.
As long as you want to count, God will bless you. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everybody, and thank you for having me. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Man, wow, 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 wow. That's all I can say. Wow. Could we just give Toyyib a round of applause wherever we are? E-hands. Let's see it in the chat. I mean, let's just give it up, give it up, give it up for Toyyib. I think that was just amazing. And yeah, people said I was looking down, but honestly, I was writing notes. I don't know about you. And I just want to bring out a few things. If we could just put me on with Toyyib. Toyyib, you still be on your camera for a bit. We want to see your face. I just took a few points. We're talking about health. We're talking about challenges generally. We might be talking about cancer, but this just cuts across everything, I feel. So the first thing I wrote down so much, I'll just quickly go through it in like a few minutes. Research, when you said you were researching how to get a scholarship, to come. So you had a dream. You didn't sit there. As they say, there are some people that will wait for things to happen and there are people who will make it happen. So we're encouraging ourselves. When you want to do something, there's something to do, to research, find out. Sometimes people say it's not possible, but it can be possible. Even in your health situation, research. What can you do? What can you eat? What will make it better? What can you eat even to prevent it? So there's always a space for that. And then this really hit home. You were refused 7 times. Come on. 7 times. But here you are today, after being refused 7 times. So it's okay not to be okay. The point is, don't stay where you are. Get up again and go. They refused you 7 times, fine. Go again. Go 7 times. Come on, I don't even know what to say. So keep going. I don't know where you are. I don't know what you're doing. Whatever it is that you feel like, oh gosh, I can't do this anymore. This is Toyyib Adelodun inspiring us. You can do it. You can do it. And we're rooting for you. Just get up again and go again. You said you came in here and you were cleaning toilets. But I love what you said. You saw it as an opportunity. We need to start seeing things as an opportunity rather than a curse. Turn it around. All things are working together for me. Turn it around. It's like the people who they said, go and see, can we sell shoes there? They saw people not wearing shoes. Someone said that we can't sell shoes. They don't wear shoes. Someone said, oh gosh, we're going to make it in here. No one wears shoes. So our shoes are going to sell like hotcake. Let's try and see things as an opportunity. Turn it around. And shortly after you came in, you felt, oh, things have worked. Everything is fantastic. And then what happens next? You were sectioned. In the UK, as I said, sectioning is when you're taken to a mental facility and you're sectioned. And I can liken that to even when you have health challenges and things. 2 weeks before I got diagnosed with breast cancer, I got a word. I was in church and I was on the high. I was like, things are about to happen. And 2 weeks later, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. But the point here is, let's get up and keep going. You were there for 5 months. You came out, but you came out fighting. You didn't come out and say, that's it, I'm finished. So let's keep going. Let's keep fighting. Well, community came to help you. This is what we're saying about community. Let's be a fantastic community. Let's help one another through what we're going through. It makes all the difference. I'm going through a health challenge. I had community, and it made all the difference. And then what you said is so key. What the switch was. Don't compare yourself to anybody. It doesn't matter what the next person is doing beside you. It doesn't matter where you find yourself. As they say, don't use another man's time to measure your time. Yes, whatever it is, your mates are this or your mates are doing that on me. It's not about them, it's about you. Wherever you are, start where you are and start with what you have to move forward to the next level. So even also in your health challenges, this happened or that happened, you just focus on yourself and do what you need to do to keep moving forward. I mean, there are just so many nuggets there. And then you took a job as a laborer. It doesn't matter where you start from. It's not the start that matters, but the end thereof. You started as a laborer, carrying cement and pong pong in whatever. But here you are today, inspiring us. Here you are, growth manager. Here you are, project manager. Here you are, where I know how long you were saying I called you for birthday. You didn't tell them that I've been trying to get you for the past 4 months. So every day I'm texting you. I cannot get to speak with you. You don't answer because that is what has happened to you from where you were. It doesn't matter where you started from. What happens is where you're going and where you end up. So we're just encouraging one another here, from laborer to landlord. Come on. Honestly, I'm just really blown away. And that's when you shared your story, I said you just have to come. You took a job as a laborer, but see where you are today. It doesn't matter. And then research came again. You began to research. This is what I want to do. I want to speak. Where can I go? What can I do? So we're just taking on some things. You said visibility can take you to places that you can't imagine. And now your calendar is booked. So let's not compare ourselves. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what everyone around you is doing. It doesn't matter in your health challenge. When I was going through radiotherapy, when I go, they pick me up and take me to radiotherapy, take me to for my treatment. Was it in Oxford? I'm in the car with people. It's not easy when people around you are saying things or you feel like people are around you at the place. I'm in the car with someone who says, oh, well, oh, yes, I had it 2 years ago, but it came back. It wasn't easy. I can't lie. It's not easy, but you just need to let it be you, and you do you and say, okay, fine, that's it. And that happens, but it just takes grace, and it takes us hearing people talk about it like this. And you said that it's not over until you take the last breath. So we're being encouraged, keep fighting wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just keep fighting. It's not over till you win, as they say. It's not over till it's over. So let's get up and keep fighting. And that thing, especially as African, we like to put ourselves under pressure. Stop putting yourself under pressure. Nobody is pressurizing you. Just do you and do what you need to do. And just do you. And you said that when you're looking in front at someone, there's someone at the back that you can help. And I absolutely love that. Again, it's community. Let's do community. You might think, oh gosh, where am I? I can't do anything. But trust me, as they say, you think you have no cap until you see a man who has no head. There's something you can do. We're talking about breast cancer. We're talking about mental health. That pain will be your purpose. That mess is your message. So let's get up and do something. Let's get up and be helpful. Let's get up and be a good support community. It can make all the difference in the world. I thank God for your family. Obviously, your family was a solid support system for you. As family, let's be solid support. Maybe without them, you won't be where you are. But when you have someone who's cheering you on, who's pushing you on, who's saying go, let's do that as people, for our family, our friends, even people we don't know. You can be that difference. You can be that thing that will make the change in someone's life. So it doesn't matter if you feel, oh gosh, I'm here. All those people are up there. But what about the people back there? Do something. Make a difference. The power of being of service. What you have, you can share. Whatever little thing that you think it's little, that little, you can share it. And that's what community is all about. It says the biggest growth came after your biggest challenge. And I've been having this conversation for the past 2 weeks. Yes, trials will come for sure. Breast cancer was a trial for me. You being sectioned was obviously a massive trial for you. But though trials come to test you, this was a message I went for, and it has stayed with me ever since. Trials also come to transform you. So I'm getting to a point where now the trials, as is placed in, well, the Bible that says, count it all joy when trials and temptations come. Let's begin to, yes, we're going through trials, and it's not easy. These things we're saying is not easy. It's not easy, but it's possible. So someone also said that the entry to your destiny comes through a crisis. And that's what you're saying. And as long as God has not taken you, your story is still being written. We can just go home, isn't it? Thank you so much. This is amazing. I had to write all those points down. People said I'm looking at it. You people, I'm writing nuggets here. We're being blessed. So I just want to open the floor. If you have any questions for Toy before he goes, to catch this man, it's not easy. If you have any questions, if you have anything you want to share, we're talking about mental health, we're talking about breast cancer, we're talking about life challenges. And thank you again for everyone here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I thank God for today. I thank God for life. I thank God for joy. I thank God for peace. Am I saying there have been no challenges? No. Loads. Many. I've got a lot of my close friends here back to back. But what are we saying? Through the challenges, we can stand. Together we stand, divided we fall. Let's do community. As a breast cancer survivor, it was challenging. It was a trying time because I lost my mom. And then during breast cancer treatment, I lost my brother. And then after I lost my brother, I had another issue. So we're not saying that there are no challenges. We're only saying that we can flow through challenges to victory. We're only saying we can go from trial to triumph. We're only saying we can go from pain to purpose. We're only saying that your mess can become your message. We're only saying that without a test, you can't even get a testimony. Yes, we say we want to be winners, but before winning, there must be a battle for you to call yourself a winner. So we're just encouraging one another here to do community. We're saying you are not alone. We're saying reach out. We're saying speak out. We're saying cancer diagnosis is not a death sentence. We're saying that you're feeling depressed today or you're feeling down. It's not a death sentence. We're saying get up and go. Reach out to Toyyib. Reach out to me. Reach out to people who you know can encourage you. And as a community, please be a great support system for others. Thank you again. My name is Adelodun. Today is my birthday. I'm celebrating my 55th birthday, having been diagnosed with cancer before I turned 50, just few months before I turned 50. So I'm saying I stand here as a testimony saying that it is possible by God's grace to beat cancer, but we can't do it alone. And there are things to do. Research, as I said, let's research how we eat because you are what you eat. Let's do better with our nutrition. Let's do better with our fitness. Do what works for you. Again, don't compare yourself. Do the one that works for you. I have some close friends who are gurus in fitness. When I do my own, I can't do. Even walking now, I'm struggling. I've gone to buy a skipping rope. So I'll be skipping now. If it's 50 or 100 a day, I'm doing fitness, isn't it? Do you see things as an opportunity? So any questions? Any questions? We're happy for people to put up your e-hands if you have any questions. And if there are questions in the chat, Tosa, if you could help me check.
Yes, Miss Flo. We've got one from Yemi is asking Mr. Toyib. I'm really impacted, he said. I need to know, whilst you had the argument with the car, with the guys in the car, were you mentally sound or not? Something to do with, I think, that night.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I wasn't sure But what I could remember, there was somebody that worked as security at that nightclub, and I met him several years back, several years from that event, and he said he thought something was wrong because we used to call him Oloye Oloye, like he was older than me. And he said when I came out, I called him by his first name. He said I had never done that since I had known him. And he thought, why would Wale call me by my name? Something must have happened. And I believe so many things were happening by the time I got to the taxi rank, because he told me that I called him by his name and he has never heard me do that before. So I wasn't too sure but how that taxi rank event happened. But I know from what he told me that if I could call him by his name as at that time, maybe I was already having the crisis by then.
Well,
Wow.
interesting.
That's amazing. So, Follow, we have about 3 or 4 people with their hands raised. So do we take it one by one?
Yeah, I
Well,
think
yes.
Yamishano's put up her hands.
Okay, so we have Princess Folaji, Yemi, and Christopher. We just have a minute, and just raise your hands, and then you can unmute yourself now. So Princess Folaji first.
Hi, hello, good evening, good evening. Yeah, this is Princess Folaji, and I just want to say happy birthday to Flo. God bless you. We thank God for your life. We thank God for what you've been through and what you're doing with your experiences. We thank God for your message, and we thank God for today.
Can we
Happy
mute if you're
birthday.
not
God
speaking,
bless
please?
you.
Sorry, can we mute if you're not speaking? Host, can you mute?
Yes, I'm doing that.
Yeah. So yes, happy birthday again and again. God bless you. I just want to also say thank you to Toyyib for sharing such a powerful and inspiring personal journey. There were so many nuggets there. Like you rightly summarized, Flo. You picked a lot of things up, and one area that I resonate with in his story, in your story, Toyib, is the part where you said that you share, your gifts, the gifts that you have. If we don't share them, we go to our graves with them. So you share them, and that is so powerful. Thank you so much for giving us that insight. Also, you said that when we help others, it's one of the messages that we get from the experiences that we've been through, and that is so true. Thank you so much again, and your story has been so inspiring, and there are so many nuggets to take away, and God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sis, for that. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for that. We have Yemi Shanu. Yemi Shanu, welcome.
Thank you very much. Good evening to the birthday girl and to Toyi for the heartful message about his life. And I just want to chip in here that whilst not all of us have got cancer, not all of us have got mental health issues, we all have issues of life that can give us mental health challenge. Therefore, applying those nuggets is just like cooking jollof rice. The Ghanaian will do their jollof rice differently. The Indians will do theirs differently. But yet, what you put together are the ingredients. How you put them together will come out as you prepared it. So if you have a child who has got a learning disability, you have a marriage that's not working, it's not the end of life. Working, praying, working, and not just praying, working and praying, taking steps to do the things you need to do, because God is not going to come from heaven and do everything for us. If Uncle Toyyib had stayed in church 24/7 for a year, it probably would have been worse. We won't hear his story. So let's be moved, not just be moved and just talk about talking, impart ourselves with all this information to make the time that Folake and this uncle are putting into empowering us fruitful. God bless you, Toy. I'm so grateful to be here. Flo, 150 years, I'm still here with you, sis.
Thank you so much, Miss Yemi. That's wonderful. We now have
Just,
Christopher.
I'm sorry, excuse me,
Go
just
ahead.
a minute. Yeah. just to emphasize what Sis is saying, and which is what I'm saying, that even though we're talking about one thing here, everything here, we're talking generally about life challenges. And it is so important. So yes, we're talking about cancer. We're talking about mental health, just cuts across every facet of life. So let's take on all these nuggets, because it's just a blessing and can make all the difference to us.
Very important. Thank you so much to everyone. And so now we have Christopher. Try and make it nice. Oh, welcome. Make it nice and short, please.
Good evening, everybody. I'll be very brief. And it's just picking up from where Flores started from. Life has challenges. I'm a professor of obstetrics and gynecology here in Nigeria, and I've also had my own life challenges. I've had 4 surgeries by myself as a person, and trying to tell people your experience as a surgeon myself helps. So what you have done this evening is so beautiful. I was just going through somewhere and I ran into this link. And people like you should continue to do what you're doing now, because that's the only way you can inspire people who also would have your own challenge. So keep it up, thumbs up, happy birthday, and I wish you many more years. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
That's a pleasure. Thank you to that to Mr. Christo or Dr. Christopher. And now we have Toyi on the line. You are welcome.
Thank you so much. My name is Toyyib Magbagbiola. It's so nice to actually hear people in our community talking about mental health. I'm a psychiatrist by profession, and thank you so much, Toyyib, for actually doing this. And I think we need to do more of this. The other thing I can mention probably about mental health is also the stigma and also the mindset. I know he said we all have gift in us and we need to share. But I think there's something in our mindset that sometimes is our upbringing, is the way we were brought up. And this thing about don't tell people about what you're doing. And I think it's one of the mindset that we need to start to work on, because once we're able to open up, I said, yes, you don't need to share with everybody, but there's always somebody to share with. So I think, thank you so much for sharing that about mental health. It's a big, 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 big issue in the UK, especially for our young ones and even the adults. And I always employ us. It's good to go to church, but not all pastors have the skills to identify psychiatric illnesses. And I think it's so, so important. You can walk hand in hand. Like somebody said, prayer, work, but also see your doctors. They're not there because they just want to flog you with medication, which is usually the mindset that people have. Oh, if you go there, they'll put you on medication for life. And also somebody mentioned about a lifestyle. Your lifestyle actually has usually a precipitating factor for us ending up with mental health. So I really employ and say thank you so much, Soyin, for sharing. And for Flo, cancer is another biggie. I know quite a number of people who have had cancer, some survived and some haven't. But it's also part of what you said about lifestyle, what we eat, the diet is something that is very key. I'm now a member of the British Lifestyle Medicine, which we're working on people's ability to use your natural gift that God has given you to heal yourself. So thank you so much for having this event, and I wish both of you all the best, and just keep on speaking. Thank you.
Thank you, sis. It'll be great to connect with you, by the way. We need people in this whole thing. We can't do it alone. We need medical personnel. We need oncologists. We need psychiatrists. We need nutritionists. We just need to do this together. And again, just to say again, we are giving out wigs. Please, if you know people,
I do talks on mental health and well-being. So yeah.
I'll connect with you. So please, we're giving out wigs. Reach out to me or send me a DM on Instagram, Pink Smile Charity, or my personal Instagram, Flo Aderoju, or Pink Smile, info@pinksmile.org. Okay. Yeah. We'll have my darling dear husband has his hand up. And when I met Toyyib, I came back home and I said, this guy spoke, only for me to see that my husband was actually following him. I told you that, Toyyib. And then I didn't know. I didn't know. So yeah, can I have my dear husband so I don't keep
That's why I didn't talk.
His hand will not be hurting him that he's putting up his hands.
That's why I didn't talk, because I think this was a special introduction. No.
Yeah.
Right. Thanks very much, my dear wife,
Hey,
my darling wife, my darling babesy.
hey, hey.
And thanks a lot, Toyib, for making out time to speak with us and inspire us this evening. It's I looked forward to this, and I'm happy that I'm here. Now, two questions, which, depending on how things were, they could either be two separate questions or one. When you were at your lowest ebb, I know you've touched on, focusing on other people, and blessing other people with what you have, with what you're endowed with. And at some point in time, you came to the understanding that it's not over till it's over, and don't end it, no matter how hard it gets. But are there some other principles that did it for you, that helped you when you were at your lowest ebb, very, very lowest ebb? That's the first one. And then the second one, I'm familiar with the book you mentioned, How to Make Friends and Influence People. Could you share maybe one or two things that you found very powerful from that book that also helped you along your journey? Thanks.
Yeah,
Thank
okay.
you. Thank you so much, sir, for that question. Thank you. Thank you so much. With the lowest ebb, there was there is another book that is very powerful that people talk about. Viktor Frankl's book, Man in Search for Meaning. There is one quote there that he said, he who has a strong why can bear with anyhow. Like, when you have a reason, and part of that reason, as I shared before, was that no matter what it is, I felt that I didn't want someone to go back home and tell my mom that I actually did that to myself, because I know that she would think that 30-something years ago, so many people advised me not to have this baby. So why would he go and do that to himself if I had went through all I went through for all that years to nurse him? Why would he go and do that to himself? And I thought she would die a sad woman if I could do that. Just okay, whatever it is, I'll just hang on to the next day. And like I said before, there will be times at that period, there was no way I could see where I am now. It's just like when Joseph went to prison. There was no way he could see that when they were selling him as a slave to Potiphar or all those times. There was no way he could see that he was one day going to be prime minister. There was no way. So it is just trusting in God that tomorrow will be all right. That was just it. There was nothing else to say. Whatever it is, I am going to wake up the next day and just try. Even if it is brushing teeth or cutting my hair or just cleaning myself up. Because sometimes even that can be a challenge. You just want to stay on the bed. You don't want to come out. You don't want to dress up. Sometimes that can be a challenge. So it is just taking one step every day, no matter how small that step is. It could just be brushing teeth. It could just be washing face. It could just be just cleaning up. That could be the only thing that you do today. And that was really, really helpful. Just trust in God that you won't take your own life, and God has not taken you. So you do something the next day. As long as we are still here, there is a plan. We may not know the plan. I didn't know the plan. I don't know what was going to happen. I didn't know that one day I'll be useful to so many people. I didn't know. I thought I was useless. I looked at myself. I thought there was nobody worse than me in the world. I thought I was worthless. And that is where helping other people comes in. When you help other people, there is a sense of fulfillment that comes in that makes you feel like, I'm actually useful to someone. Even if it means that teaching somebody maybe like quadratic equation or simultaneous equation, or teaching somebody something that you know already, and that person feels appreciative, you instantly feel like you are actually making impact, that you are actually useful somewhere. So that's where helping people builds up your self-esteem one way or the other. So I was lying down thinking I was useless. I couldn't do anything. And today, somebody she's called me and I still told them something that I had learned 20 years ago. So that means we are not as worse as we think we are. What happened is an event. It's an event. It's a chapter in the whole book. It is not the end of the book. It's just a chapter in a whole book. And life, they say, why do you have so many stories to tell? You don't have a lot of stories to tell if you don't have adventure. If your life has just been go to school, you got good grades, you got a job. If they tell you to come and tell a story, you wouldn't have a story to tell because you just went to school like every other person. But God is actually putting you through those challenges. You talked about, so I think somebody put it in the box, or you mentioned it that God reserves the biggest battles for his warriors because he wants you to do something. That's why he has thrown you that challenge. And if you come out of that challenge, like diamond, inside heat and pressure, it comes out bright. With tea as well, you get the best tea when you dip it into hot water. Those kind of things bring out things that you don't know you have. And then you are now stronger, you are wiser. People think, where does that wiseness come from? My mom used to say, like when you now go through those things, you look at things in a different way. Bill Gates used to say, success is a lousy teacher. It makes smart people think that they can't lose. But somebody that has lost before will approach things in a different way. And people will think, oh, wow, that's another perspective. But it is experience that gives you that perspective. If you are just going flow and you do not sleep, you'll be thinking that's exactly how life is. But when you've had that experience before, you introduce a perspective, people say, that experience, that advice is coming from his car. So there was no way to know. It is just trusting God and just staying alive on some periods. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. That's amazing. That's a
Thank you very much, Toyyib.
Thank you so much. Yeah, just to mention again, because I've been asked, wigs for people who are living in the UK, because there's a grant in the UK, who are going through treatment, have just been through treatment. If you such a person, reach out to me. Also, you can nominate someone or many people for a week. We still have about 50 weeks to give out, actually. So please reach out, speak out, as we're saying, and nominate someone, or just let me know you are going through that treatment, and then we'll send those weeks, or you come when we have a in-person event, we'll give them out. We're doing community, together and making a difference. And so, yeah, we just have Olawale, one of the host admin, please, if you can get ready the slide with the account details, because also, as we say, we do support.
Sister Flo, please, I can't see any reaction to raise my hand up. I don't know why.
Okay, I'll call you after the person raising hand says.
Okay.
I know your
Thank
voice
you.
anywhere, so yeah, I know it's you. So yeah, I'll call on Olawale Adeniyi.
Hi,
Then
my name is Wale Akinlade. You probably don't remember me. We went to Talk to Us together. Happy birthday.
Oh, nice to see you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So, look, what I just wanted to add is very simple. I can really sort of empathize with Toyyib and his journey, because I've been through a similar journey, not on his own scale, but in the last 3 years, I've come to understand the importance of mental health. Because if you told me PTSD 2-3 years ago, I'll probably laugh, and just like most Black people. So it takes a lot of courage for Black men in particular to come out and tell you that they've had mental breakdowns. So yeah, I had a mental breakdown 5-6 months of my life. I can't even begin to tell you what happened, but just like him, every single day when I get up, I'm thankful to God. And once my feet touch the ground, there are days when you just feel like pulling your duvets up and everything, and want to forget that anything. But the moment you put your foot down, and at the moment I've put my foot down, I know that I've won the day. And that's the mentality I take into each day. And it was my son that helped me remember that when he told me and go, Dad, but you're a Christian. You know that God always gives his biggest battles to his most loved soldiers. And that's the truth. So thank you, Toyyib, for sharing. And other thing I know about sharing is that it also forms part of the healing process. The more people you help or share with, the better you feel about yourself, the faster you also heal. So thank you very much, and have a good evening. Happy birthday, Papa.
Thank you. Thank you for being vulnerable, and for sharing. And I see that as we share, other people are able to also share. And I know it's not easy. And I think that's what really struck me about Toy when I met him. First of all, as an African, and then as a Black man. It's not easy. We just compartmentalize that. We put it away. I spoke at a church a few months ago, and we came to the thing that it's difficult for men to share. And someone said he had been going through stuff for the past 3 months, but he couldn't really share it with anyone. So it's about building a community where we can share, creating a safe space. And even in the Pink Smile, that's what it's all about, creating a safe space where people can talk and share. Because when you, as you said, when you talk, you share, you heal, and then you're able to go to the next level. So yeah, thank you so much. Dapo Nadipe, you have the mic, 1 minute, and then Sister Christy. Yeah.
Yeah, Flo, excellent evening. Happy birthday.
So much.
And it's nice the way you're celebrating it, giving back, to the society. Toyib, I follow you on your social media handle. I lived in Isolo, so Omomushin, regards. So very quickly, I would like to know one of the challenges of people who have mental health challenges is the stigma that follows. I would just like to, get your perspective. How are you able to overcome, the stigma? At times, if people at work know you have such challenge, some people don't even want to associate with you, and some of those kind of challenges. So which ones in particular did you face and how were you able to overcome it? Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, sir. There was a time where I couldn't talk about it. And that was why I got to understand sharing from a scar and sharing from a wound. They are two different kind of things. When it is still hurting, one can take time to let it heal, to let it cure, to let it heal. If you share from a wound and somebody touches that wound, it becomes painful. But if it is a scar, it is easier because you've healed from it. It is a chapter that is closed. It doesn't do anything to you anymore. And at the end of the day, I believe that what happened to me, God gave me a second chance. Because one of the things that was so memorable was that the money that I made that night when I did Kweke, that money was so important to me that day. And I was thinking straight after bank holiday, I'll go and pay that money in the bank. I wrapped it in a bag and I put that money in my pocket. And that kind of money is so important because you think, all these tips, I pay it to the bank, that's what I have. You won't believe that when I was discharged from the hospital, they told me that I had something. And the police actually wrapped that money and they left it there for me.
Wow.
And that was a light bulb moment for me that we are not, like, we are very small in the grand scheme of things. All the things that we think, maybe somebody's going to say something. They say 100 years from now, all of us will not be here. 100 years from now, all those people that are talking will not be here. 100 years from that time, nobody might remember all of us. We are all dust at the end of the day. So why do we like my validation comes from within. It doesn't come from what anybody says and all of. I'm no longer affected by what people say. But it took time to get to that level, which is moving from wound to scar. And just like it is, like, what else would I have wanted that God has not done for me? I used to tell people the reason why I share so much is because everything I see now is a top up. Where I come from, what I have done now, I have like gone above my own estimations in terms of, this is where you're going to be. So now I just live life to support other people. So many people that their children are going through that same thing that they could not tell anyone. A lot of them are now reaching out to me saying, how are you able to say that? This thing is rampant in our community and nobody wants to talk about it. People don't want to take medication. People are asking me questions. How did you go back to, how were you able to do it? And I'm now able to support people because as a Black person, as a Black man, I'm speaking about mental health publicly. So those kind of things, when I see messages like that, it makes me going that this is actually something that people don't want to talk about, and it is affecting people. There was a situation, I think there is a country, probably in East Africa or something. They did not have a name for epilepsy in their language. So when epilepsy happened, they used to like ostracize the children, like just they thought it was a devilish thing because they didn't have a name in their language for it. So it took a lot of education. You know, some people kicked off against polio as well in our country, like, polio, they didn't understand it. So I think over time, people will get to understand that mental health is just like every other kind of illness, like having typhoid or something. And medication works, therapy works, everything works. But if somebody is not coming out, if we are not coming out to talk about it as a community, if we are not talking about to heal it as a community, we will not make any advances. Same thing with prostate cancer, same thing with men's mental health and speaking up, being vulnerable and stuff like that. We are still a far way from the way we've conditioned to dealing with these things. But gradually, we'll create safe space for each other and we'll be able to talk about it. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. And
all right. Yeah. So, Miss Flo, I wanted to just give you a roundup of what we have. I think you had somebody who was not able to raise her hand. I'm not seeing her anymore. Christy, I can't find her. Madam Christy, are you online? Are you still online with us?
I am. Okay. I am, my dear.
Trying to locate you.
Okay. Now. Yeah. Go on, sis.
I found you. Yeah. So let's come online with you, please.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. I just want to first congratulate my sister Flo Adelodun for being so resilient and also she didn't give up and she refused to give in. So congratulations, sis. And also to thank our brother Toby. Yeah, God bless you, my brother. You are such an amazing person. I'm not surprised you have such, huge followers, because of what you have achieved. Just 40 years, but you have an experience, of an 80-year-old man. So thank you for being consistent. Thank you as well for not cutting corners, because I listened to your story, all the odd jobs you did. Yeah, some of our men would not want to do it. They would just, some of them would just resort to begging in the street than, doing all those. But while you were doing it, you learned new skill. And from there, you went and you acquired your civil engineering profession. So I just want to say, well done, well done. And also for so many people that have asked about, the stigma that is associated with mental health. Yes, that's most of the reason why I wouldn't say women, even our men don't show up, they don't talk about it. But when you look at different homes or things that are happening in so many places, men suffer. Both in abusive relationship, they have all sorts, mental health. So as per stigma or no stigma, that's why we are here, so that we can all raise our voices. Our voices are all important, and begin to share it in our communities for people to speak out, people to voice out. Because if they don't voice out, they harbor it there, to kind of like, take them, send them to somewhere else. So it's a good thing you are using this platform and other platforms, to share your story. And to everyone that is listening as well, yes, we might think if you're ill, you come out and say it, you're thinking about stigma, people will criticize you. But I just want us to know that, you are not your illness, okay? You are an individual. You have a story to tell. You have a name and you have a history. You have a personality. So what is important is you are you. And that's the only important thing. So that's one thing I want us to hold on to. And then to say congratulations to Sister Flo. We've come a long way. Myself and Sister Flo, we used to be in the same church. We used to be in the same house fellowship. We used to do so many things together, event management. She's an all-rounder woman. She does a lot. She does a lot. When you come to cooking, she's there. You come to whatever you call Sister Flo, she's there to deliver. So, and I'm happy her husband is here as well. When you talk about a virtuous woman, that Proverb 31 woman, Sister Flo, that's where you fall in. Okay, so, and I'm so grateful to God that the spiritual side, you still anchor this so much. And that's why God has given you this strength to strengthen other people. Just like the Bible said, Jesus Christ told Peter, he said, the enemy has planned to sift you, but I pray that your faith will not fail. He said, when you have gone through this, strengthen your brethren. So thank you so much for using your platform to strengthen your brethren. When I celebrated my 50th birthday, I didn't even know you were going through this, and you came, you attended my birthday. My sister, God bless you. God bless you. I just want to wish you a happy birthday, just like everybody has prayed for you. And I'm going to add mine as well. Yes, till 105 years, yeah, we will still be here to celebrate you. Then if you ask for more, we thank God. But just from me, I just want to say happy birthday to you and keep shining.
Thank you
God
so
bless
much.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The pastor, when
Thank
you
you.
give pastors mic like this, you're in trouble. So that's it. Thank you, sis. It's nice to have you here. Okay, we have 3 people. We're going to, round up with those 3 people. 1 minute each. I'll take those 3 people and then one person quickly. I'm always conscious of time. I want to land this in the next 13 minutes. So, Tokbe, my darling friend, you have the mic.
Hi, good evening. Good evening, everyone. So like I said earlier, congratulations, happy birthday. Mr. Adelodun, whoa, I was, you know what? All I can say is well, but I'm so happy for you in spite of it all. Your determination, the resilience, the ability to decide yourself and say, you know what, this is not going to stop me. And look at what has become of you. Congratulations, you're such an inspiration. One thing you said there, which really struck me as well, lots of nuggets. You said something about, I couldn't talk, I couldn't face people, I was timid, I was shy. You're so far removed from that. Look at you. You can say what you want confidently. So you built your confidence. In all of this, I heard, people say people with mental health. Every individual has the potential to suffer at one point or the other. So I don't think it's not certain people. Every one of us, I think we have the potential. Depends on your mindset. But more importantly for me as a Nigerian, one thing I find, because I do have friends who've actually had different episodes, and even I myself, I know there have been times, the only difference is I didn't go get it documented and written down. I've had instances in my life where I think I may have suffered some form of mental health challenge. or had it. But one thing I find with my community in our society is, I always say this, short of having a lobotomy and twisting and taking things out of our brains and putting other things in. We need education. We need education. We need to reorient people's mindset. We need to train people. We need to let people know how to deal with this, right? A lot of people, I think as Nigerians, we're innately empathetic, right? So we can listen, we can help. But a lot of time I find that people don't know how to deal with things. And there's a lot of prejudice based on the way you've been brought up and the ideology and the nuances and things you've been brought and fed over the years. People are very judgmental. I find people shy away when you have a friend who's going through a mental health challenge rather than support. And what the person needs is support. But they shy away. I don't want to be associated with that person. Oh, really? You hear people saying all kind of comments, and I'm thinking, anytime you just don't know whose turn is going to be. So how do you think, or take, this sanctimonious thing of thinking, okay, I'm better than you are. So we need to be less judgmental, prejudiced. Then the ability for one who's going through whatever it is to be able to confide, expose their vulnerability in somebody, right? And then a lot of times people are scared because they can be betrayed, because the person you're confiding in can turn around and tell your stories to the world in the most negative way. And when it comes back to you, that just takes you back. I always say to people, there's a very thin line between sanity and insanity. And the make or break is what the next person says to you. You might be on the tether where all you need is one word of support, and that can make a whole difference. Or one negative prejudice comment and can just throw you right down to the depths of it all, So I need for us to, Falake, you said something. I didn't know you were going through what you were going through. But there was a day in my own time, I think I was listening to this lovely music by Shola Allison. It was right in the middle of the night, and I shared with 1,000, I didn't care. I shared with a lot of people. Only for Falake to tell me years ago, Tokwe, I remember you sending me this music, and it was at the time when I was really low, and you don't know what that music did for me. Let's just reach out. Let's just contact each other. Let's just say hello. Let us educate ourselves. Let us educate people around us. Let Nigerians do better. We are innately empathetic. We're good people, and we can do this. Don't let's follow what they said. What they've, thanks Toyyib. You've never had a car, but you can have a car if you want to, if you choose to have a car. But it's not your priority. It's not what you want. We don't have to do what Lagbaja is done in order for Tamedu to do it. Please, that's all I've got to say. Thank you.
Thank you. I know this is a big subject, is a passionate one. We can't finish it today, and we're probably going to have, some other thing. We're going to have Toyyib live in Bedford soon, in a few months. I'm putting it out there so that he will know I've put it out there, because this man is not easy. We're going to have him live, hopefully maybe in October, when we have a big event, in terms of cancer, because we have to take the different aspects of it. Yes, that's why we're talking, speak out, reach out, be a good community system. We're so judgmental. So we're teaching one another, to speak out. I don't know, Toyyib, if you want to say anything on that or.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. I was just so glad by the comments, and I think there is always this fear that they used to say that people used to say "Kini nkan táwọn èèyàn máa sọ, kini nkan táwọn èèyàn máa sọ." It's always part of our culture. What will people think? What people say? Yeah. Some people will say, if you share your problem with people, most people don't care. The rest of the people are glad it's happening to you. So why do you bother share? So for us as women, for us as men, we just have to try and find that safe space. And sometimes it comes from experience. See the way we are supporting each other here because we have the experience. And then some people will see what we are doing and they'll be like, I'm going through something. These people have experience. Let me come and share with them. There are some things people share with me. And I wonder, why are you sharing this with me? It's because they trust that you have been vulnerable. There's a book by Brené Brown where she talks about vulnerability. That book is very, very powerful. Even our YouTube sessions are very, very good. Brené Brown, she talks about vulnerability a lot because vulnerability builds connection. It shows people where we are connected together, and we just want to help each other and support each other. And I mean, I'm so happy to be here. You could see, like, I could be here till 12, no, no problem. And because I understand the gravity, the weight of what we are trying to do here. We are all we have, and we can support each other to do amazing things. Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
Okay, we're rounding up 1 minute each. Bukiola Ayomide. So people are asking me for Pink Smile account details. For me, if you are here and you could just put that on the screen, Pink Smile account details. And what we do, I have a grant, but as we all know, grants are specific. And that grant is for the UK, where we're having these events, online events, face-to-face events, and the support groups. But I do have people who reach out to me for financial support. Outside of right now, I have 2 people who have reached out to me for financial support in Nigeria. We help to support people, but we have to raise funds for those specific issues and what people are going through. So it's an ongoing thing. Some people do standing orders, and I'm very big and very particular on accountability and doing things the right way. So people have supported others before, where I would literally give them a breakdown of what's happening, how monies are spent. So please, we have these events, we have people needing support. Kindly, if you can, donate, to Pink Smile at any time. It's there. You can just donate or reach out to me. Do whatever. It can be one-off, it can be monthly, it can be whatever it is what you want to. It can be for specific needs if we're raising funds. So we'll put that up on the screen at some point. For me, if you're here, please get ready to put that up on the screen. Ayomide, I suppose that might be Tomike. 1 minute so that we'll round up.
So we have Bukiola on the screen now, waiting to speak.
Okay. All right. I didn't see her again. 1 minute, please, sis.
Hello, happy birthday, Flo.
Thank you
I'll
so
get
much.
straight to it. Thank you, Toyyib, for sharing. I'm just curious about how you were able to connect not just with medication, but therapy. As an African man, as somebody who grew up in the hood in Mushin, please can you speak to how you were able to connect with the value of therapy?
Wow. Thank you so much for that question. It wasn't something that I knew could help at the beginning in terms of going to therapy or any other thing else. But as I think I mentioned something, when it gets to a point where you are looking for different options, and you are saying, okay, I just want to save my life here. I don't want to lose myself. I just want to try. Whatever it is, I will try. You go online, you read things, you read books, you go into things, and then you now start like understanding that what has happened is totally out of your control. You can't, there was a time where I used to wish and this point is very important, because there was a point where after that incident, I thought that was actually why they were denying me the visa. Maybe God didn't want me to come. That was why they were denying me the visa. I thought that as an African, that that thing that you want to see, now you've come to see it. And I started playing it back in my head that I didn't come to the UK, that I started playing it back in my head. So I wasn't looking at the future anymore. I was living in the past. And I started playing it back. But over time, when I started reading and just listening to people, just going, it was just in the quest that I had gone past the period where I wanted to hurt myself. That was out of the question. I've decided I was not going to do it. So it was now like, okay, what am I going to do? Which community am I going to join? Who am I going to speak to? I was just reading through everything that I could find. Say, okay, what can help me? And in the end, it was just like, okay, you don't know what's going to help you, but you're going to try. You're going to move out. You're going to mix with people. You're going to talk to people. Even in some places, you just go, you don't know, but you just mix with people gently. You speak to therapists. They will give you, that time they gave me like a social worker for several months. And we used to do there was early something service, they used to call it. There was one office in Deptford. There was one at Lewisham as well. Early intervention, yes, that was it. Early intervention, and then they support you for a few years, and then you go to another one. So even the report, they say I used to come regularly because there were some people that wouldn't come. But I just used to say, okay, whatever will happen, I'll still show up. I'll still come. And I was reading the reports. There'll be times they will write and say, he came in, he was looking like this, he was looking like that, he wasn't himself. And the medication as well from mental health used to make you add a lot of weight. So my weight was excessive. I was way over 100 kilograms. And those were the things that I had to fight again, bit by bit, bit by bit. So it wasn't like I knew. I was just trying my hands on a lot of things. And that's why I say it's okay not to know, but just stay alive, seek to people for help, and somehow help will come. And there was no more judgment. I didn't care what somebody said. Even if you are going to insult me before helping me, but at least still help me. It was like there was no insult. You could insult me. That it didn't pain me anymore. Because before I used to wonder, are those people talking about me? Are those people talking about me? Then after a while, I just said, no, whatever they like, they can say. I don't care. I'll just push through. Thank you, man.
Thank you so much. Wonderful.
Thank you so much. This is Folake, you are on mute. You can say it again.
Sorry, I've put the details for the bank details. Can you see it on the chat?
Yes, some people are asking for PayPal. So I've told Fumi to hold on to those guys. We'll find a way offline to get through for PayPal.
Okay,
and so the very last one, Folake, so you can take it from there, is Ayomide. And then no more until you finish
1
off.
minute, and then we're rounding up. Thank you so much for still being here. Thank you. I know that this is a big subject, and I knew that, yeah, there will be so many questions, but we're rounding up now.
Thank you, Toyyib. Thank you. All that resonates from your message is live life deliberate, be conscious of how you live life. I would like to celebrate Folake. You're doing an wholesome thing, and I wish you happy birthday today and many happy returns. We love you.
Thank you so much, and thank you.
Happy birthday, Auntie. I just wanted to say that I love what you are doing, and you are just very inspirational. And I pray that God continues to protect, guide, and see you through it all for many more years to come.
Thank you, my darling. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. And yes, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for being here. And the last thing we will do, and it's still what we're saying about sharing, about your mess becoming your message, about your pain turning to purpose. And I had a friend of mine on the one of the sessions, both in person and online, Mabel Okafor, who had gone through breast cancer. She refused treatment initially. She refused chemotherapy when she first got it. I think that was in 2018. Again, from the things we hear, 3 years later, it came big, fast, bigger, greater, broke a bone in her back. 3 years later, spread. And then she ran back. She's a pastor's wife initially, and it's what my friend said initially. Let's do everything holistically, spiritual, and depending on what you're going through, what you need to do in terms of going for treatment, because early detection saves lives. But to the glory of God, she's standing today, given 6 months to live 5 years ago. She's still here, though she now has to take chemo. I think it's every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks because of the spread of the chemo. But today, she's turning her mess into her message. She's sharing her story. And I just want to give her just 2 minutes to just, if you can put your flyer on, Mabel, and just say she's now writing a book. Again, we're talking of sharing a story. She's now using the things she has learned in her journey. She calls it the 4 Fs: her faith, food, fasting, and fitness, to keep herself together. So if you just put that online, if you are in the UK and you're able to attend, please, Mabel will be launching her book on 5th of July. And it will be great for any support. Mabel, are you there?
I'm here. Good evening, everyone.
Can you present that? Do you have a flyer?
Yes, I'm just telling Fumi to help upload it.
Have
Yeah,
it.
good evening, everyone.
1 minute quickly, and then we land.
Good evening, everyone. It's such a big blessing being here today. And I want to say a special thank you and happy birthday to Fola. You've been a wonderful sister. God bless you so much. And I want to also appreciate our speaker in the house today, Mr. Adelodun. You've done so marvelously well. Your story is so inspirational, and I want to say God bless you for speaking out. And that is the message of hope we're all sharing today. I'm a colleague with Fola, and our message is all about hope. Every one of us have a message today because of the challenge we've gone through. And today, God has helped us to come out of those challenges. And one thing that our brother spoke about is said, as long as God has not given up on you, then you still have hope for the future. And that's one thing I want to encourage every one of us. No matter what we're going through today, there is still hope. Fola just shared my story, how I was diagnosed with breast cancer and I refused treatment, which is the norm of most African women. And is one thing we're trying to advocate about. Let's come out, let's speak out, let's take our treatment. Cancer is a very aggressive disease. You need every force to fight it. And I think that includes mental health too. So thank you for all the things you shared today. And the hope we're sharing is what Fola is doing. Fola, thank you for giving us hope. Thank you for this platform you're using to inspire people. We all need hope. The Bible says, he that is joined to the living, there is hope. And with what God has done in my life, how he turned terminal breast cancer, how he gave me the strength to beat it, to overcome it. And today I'm thriving and I've been able to put my journey, my healing journey into a book, and it's called Thriving. We're going to launch it on the 5th of July. And hopefully the flyer will be shared on the group. This is all about hope we're giving out to people, that there is hope for you as long as you're not giving up. If you don't give up, God will always make a way for you. And if we follow the story of our brother, it's because he didn't give up. He did not give up. He pressed on, even inspiring himself with the challenges mother went through. Find something to hold on to your hope. Don't give up. There is always breakthrough at the end. There is always light at the end of the tunnel. And today we're all celebrating his success. We're celebrating his victory. And I want to say big congratulations to you. And the sky is not your limit. So, Fola, thank you for bringing him over. It's such a big inspiration. So, in fact, I don't know what to say, but I just thank God for him. God bless you. And thank you for the opportunity to share my little story, my little testimony. The flyer will be shared out and more details will come in now. Thank you very much. And many more years of celebration in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. I think this is the longest we have stayed. I'm always shouting about time. Yeah, you will have a closing statement.
Yeah, yes, thank you so much. I just wanted to say that when the book is out, please let me know. We'll put it everywhere as well. We'll talk about it,
Wow.
we'll talk about it on the internet. If she needs to
Wow.
come on Instagram Live or Facebook Live or something, or Twitter Live, she can come and talk about it, and
Wow.
because there
Thank
are a lot
you.
of young people today, they have zero idea
Yeah.
that
It's
this thing can happen to anybody, that they don't
yes.
write it on your head that definitely to happen to you. So
No.
please, and there are still a lot of people that will take a lot of courage from your story. Please, when the book is out, let me know. We can do Instagram Live, we can do Twitter Spaces, we can do anything. We will put as much, steam behind it as possible. So please, let me,
Thank
anything
you.
that is happening in
Thank
the
you.
community, just let me know. We'll do it. If it is a podcast, we will book time. We will sit down. We'll do the podcast. We'll edit it. We'll put it out because
Wow.
what your experience will help so many people. And it is about the stories. These stories people don't see it. People don't
It's
hear it until
true.
it happens. How can we
Yes.
bless someone? So these are the things that you can do before it happens. These are the things that you can do if it actually happens. So please,
Wow.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
Wow. Thank
Miss
you for
Mabel.
that
Thank
opportunity.
you. And
Thank
that's why I said you
you.
should come on, Mabel. So yeah, so thank you.
Thank
So
you.
thank you, everyone. This is the longest we've had. I think it was an amazing session. Thank you so much, Mr. Toyyib Adelodun. Thank you for honoring my invitation, especially on my birthday. Thank you so much. I wouldn't have wanted to share the stage with anyone else. I'm really, really grateful for your love and your honor to come here. I believe this has been a blessing to a lot of people. Again, I'm Flo Aderoju. I'm 55 today and I'm celebrating. And it's great to have you all here. I'm so happy.
And I'm taking over from her. She's talking a lot, guys. This is
Just
the
wait a minute, Tosan,
we
please.
have to wish you
Yeah.
happy birthday. Okay, go
So
on.
again, it's Pink Smile is the organization. I keep saying each time I come in process of being registered. Hopefully the next time I'll be able to say has been registered. We are here to support people in our community going through cancer, even how to prevent. But the main thing is doing community, encouraging people to reach out, to speak out, encouraging people to have a safe space to speak out. Please reach out to me. We have a breast cancer support group, a cancer support group, where if you've been through it, where you can feel safe, and we'll be meeting maybe once every 2 weeks. We have in-person events, which will be putting out there, and we have this online event. So thank you again. We're going to land it here, and I don't know what Tosan wants to do, but I want to officially land it so that people can.
So that she will not blame me for wasting time. For all of us that are still online.
Thank you so much.
Folake, God bless you. They say vote of thanks is for everybody who came online. Oh, that's all good. That's all
30 seconds. Yeah.
30 seconds. We've waited this long. Some of us are the diehards that love you. And the vote of thanks is not to everyone that's here. We are all here. The vote of thanks is to Folake. I wish I could have said her full name, the one that she said at the very beginning.
Just call me Flo, like everyone knows.
Yeah, I know, but you said your full name.
Folakemi.
Oluwafolakemi.
No,
Thank you for convening us. Thank you for being alive. Some of us were here 5 years ago when you were shaving your head for a good purpose. And we're here 5 years later. We'll be here 10 and 15 years later. Our thanks obviously goes to Mr. Toyyib, but to Mr. Aderoju himself and your children, your support group, the friends, the people who stood by you and who were with you. We thank each and every one of us. We're all here for a reason. If we didn't love you, we wouldn't be here. As many as can come on camera now, it's just time to say, I don't know whether my other co-host knows how to take a picture. Me, I'm rubbish at it, but forget that. Just to say happy birthday. I would have told us to raise a glass. I have nothing near me. Raise something to celebrate Flo. In all these years, some people said to her, Folake, you did not know how you will reach 50. Have you not reached 55? Will you not reach 60? Will you not reach 65 and beyond? So we are thanking God for your life. I want us all, as many as possible, come on camera, whether you are in the shop, in your car, in anywhere you are. Let Folake see your face. Let her see her friends. Let her see her support group. Let her see the people who love her. Thank you. Some people are raising mugs and cups of coffees and cups of tea. Me, I'm raising my 2 hands. Raise something to celebrate Folake. You can come off screen. Happy birthday. Put your 2 hands up. Who has the best voice here? Happy birthday. We love you.
Love you.
Happy birthday. God bless you for coming online. Folake, live long and prosper. I know you are not.
Amen.
Why is Mr. Aderoju? Bless your wife for us now. Oga, we know you people are not quite together. Come and bless her now. The floor is yours, sir.
30 seconds.
I did my 30 seconds. I finished. It's for you, sir. Your wife likes that 30 seconds. Please bless your wife.
First of all, cheers to my wife with an empty glass.
Empty glass.
Cheers,
Yeah,
happy birthday.
happy birthday. Just to say how much I admire you and respect you and in awe of everything you're doing. When you first started this journey, and I think that was the first time I saw you being so vulnerable. Talking about the whole experience, shaving your head, doing it live, and everything. It's I've just seen an inner quality in you that that I hadn't seen before. Even though even though I had seen so many amazing and fantastic things about you, but that had brought out something that was very deep within. And you've been a blessing to so many people, including your immediate family. So happy birthday once again. Many happy returns. I love you with all my heart.
Okay, now it's going from 12 to 4.
As I said to you earlier today, will come to pass without fail in the name of
Amen.
Jesus.
Amen.
We were privileged to be in Zaoza room right now. That was very nice. Thank you so much. So happy birthday to all. Folake, the floor is finally yours. We are sharing the grace. We've shared the grace. We've shared everything with you. We love you. We'll be back for your next program. And everyone can stay online. Flo, happy birthday.
Thank you, everyone. Please, if you want
Happy
to
birthday.
share, you want to
Happy birthday. Happy birthday,
Happy birthday,
Flo.
Falake.
Flo.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Thank you so much. I love and
Thank you.
appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for making my day. This is my
Happy
birthday.
birthday,
Happy
sis.
birthday,
She's a
Flo.
jolly
Toyyib,
fellow.
God
Oh,
bless
she's
you.
a jolly fellow. Oh, she's a jolly good fellow. And so
Say
say
all of
all
us.
of us.
And so say all of us.
Hurrah.
Hey, and so say all of us.
Hey,
She's a
She's a
jolly good
jolly good
On my face,
fellow.
fellow.
I can see you.
She's a
cause
jolly good
she's a good
fellow.
Thank
fellow.
you, Mr.
She's a
Hello.
jolly
Thank
good
you.
Jolly good
fellow.
fellow.
And
Thank you,
so
Nani.
So say
Say
all
Thank you
all
very
of
much.
us.
Julie, thank you. Johnny Ted, thank you. Lola, thank you. Jukes, thank you so much. God bless you,
Bye
real.
bye. God bless you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Happy birthday.
Thank you all.
Bye. Bye.
Toyyib, we will catch.
No problem. Bye.
Because it's not my
Bye.
birthday, it's not that you answer me again, no.
No problem. No problem. Thank you, Auntie Tosa. Thank you.
What's going
I'm
on?
a mushy girl, oh, by the way, Toyyib. I was saying
Thank
it,
you very
I'm a
much.
full mushy,
From where? Where in
original.
Mushi?
Palm Avenue, Chicken George, original. Yeah,
Are
yeah.
you,
I was in the Alabi attire, you know.
This
are you
Ghana
saying
babe,
are you
this
saying
Ghana babe
Taisi?
claiming Moshi.
Taisi
Can you
Pass?
imagine?
Mushi
Chicken
is my
George.
hometown. Palm Avenue, Chicken George,
Is
Olorushogo.
it Taisi?
Chicken
Taisi
George is a
Pass?
famous bus
Eh,
stop.
Oluwa.
I
Happy
know.
birthday, Auntie.
We were there
Thank you
when
so
Chicken
I'll
much, my
call you
God.
after.
No,
Toyib, good
Oh,
evening.
thank you,
How are
ma.
you?
catch
Thank
you,
Thank you
and
you.
so
I'm already
much
calling
for.
you.
Hey, my sister, good to
It's
see
okay.
you.
I need to get your number
Oh,
because
Baba,
I
how you doing?
deleted my Twitter account.
since
So I'm
she.
not on Twitter anymore.
You
So I
will. That
will
one is personal something.
I'll
Take that off
collect your
the.
number from Auntie Falake.
That's fine. That's perfect.
So
That's
I'll
perfect.
get your
No
number.
problem.
I'll catch
Thank
you.
you.
Shade,
It's
See
I
you
good to see
thank
you,
soon.
sir.
you for your
Good to see
support.
you. Good to see you, my
Thank you.
sister.
Thank you
Bye.
so
Please,
Bye.
much.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
everybody,
Bye.
only in Solo Amusi should
Bye.
stay. Everybody should leave. Only in Solo Amusi.
Oh,
Please,
yes,
so
yes. Original. We are here.
Yaba people, we
No,
should
no,
leave.
no, no,
We
no,
are
no,
going,
no.
no doubt.
Yes,
I
only in
sure
Solo
you
Amusi.
Know the stigma.
island
You
people, I
know the
beg.
stigma when you say you live in Mushi. It's a stigma
Island
to be
people.
able
It's
to
not
say
all.
you live in Mushi.
It's not all anymore.
Bye,
Okay, big
sweetheart. Thank you,
deal.
Mr.
People
Toyi.
are still
Bye. God
entering. For
bless.
like I'm still admitting people. Can you imagine? Wow.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. God bless you.
And a
Thank you
big
for
one.
staying till this point. Yeah, it seems to be.
Blakey, where is the venue for the party?
Sister Flo,
Amen.
Yeah, we need the
Sister
venue
Flo,
of
The
course,
White,
oh,
in
and
the
the
White House.
Party.
Sister Flo,
club.
Sister
Yes,
Flo.
yes, ma. I've been hailing you, sis.
Ìkọ́kọrẹ́ Ìjẹ̀bú mo ti bá yín sè sílẹ̀.
Okay, oh, I'm coming to collect it.
Àti ọbẹ̀
Oh,
gbẹ̀gìrì
Baba,
Sis,
pẹ̀lú
I've been
àmàlà
seeing you at my
àtẹwédú.
oh, I'm not seeing you, Sister Shade.
Ah, ṣé ojú mi ni mò ń rí báyìí?
It is well. Thank you, everyone. God bless you. Thank you. My darling sis Tina, thank you. I see you. Sis Ronke, thank you. My darling Aburo Janet, I see you. God bless you real good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Talewa Belo, God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Molly Shop.
Amen.
In fact, this one that I'm 50, it is well with me. I am saying, hey, my darling.
Waiting for another one. Thank
Show
you.
your face now. Show your face. Let them see that it's only me and you, how we look at like.
Blakey.
Right, yeah.
Oh, Nikki, you ti dàgbà mọ́ mi lọ́wọ́ nìyẹn o.
Getsi Oyebola. Fine girl, no pimples. Always. Thank you. Love you, love you, love you. Always supporting. Thank you so much. God bless you. Real good. Hey. And should I say Olukayode Oladoye? Always my supporter. Where is Fumi? Has Fumi left? She has left. Thank you. God bless you. Always, 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 always. And I can see my brother in love. Oh, B. Thank you. Thank you. You and your wife, show your face now. What is it? Thank you. TW. I don't know who TW is, but thank you so much for being here. Ibi Lola. My mother from see, oh, you see that girl that he put Sarah there? That's the one that planned with my daughters to surprise me. We were in Zumba together, and the next thing I saw her in my house. Can you imagine? The coup was serious.
It was serious coup plotting, and we succeeded.
The success was serious.
You were just weak.
I was so weak. Hey, sis Toyin Odumosu, I see you. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you. I really appreciate everyone. Thank you. It was an amazing one. I'm so happy I did this on my birthday. I feel so, fulfilled. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here.
Thank you. Take care. Have fun.
Thank you. Now my
Happy
daughter is
birthday.
taking me to dinner.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Yetisco, let me see this your fine face now. Fine girl, no pimples. What's your own? Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Molly Shobola, thank you. I don't know you, but thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Akibi, you and your wife, show your face, you. Thank you so much.
You me.
Yeah. You see you hailing your voice, doing Jumi. My sister, show your face, you.
Okay.
Thank you. And
Happy birthday.
Tolu, oh wow. Thank you for being here. Long time. Chief Wusu. Hey, I was saying that TW is a very special T and W. Who is W? Mr. Wusu, Chief Wusu. Thank you. God bless you real good. Thank you, everyone, for being here, for honoring this invitation. God bless you, and I hope that you were really blessed by it all. Esho. Dekunze, are you outside? Because all these surprising things, you might be outside now.
Outside, Blakey. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. God bless you, real good. Oshion. Thank you.
God bless you.
Where's my brother? He normally stays and is the
I know. I was surprised he had left.
Can't see him. Esho. God bless you real good. Well, I'm gonna sign out now.
Bye.
Yep.
Enjoy the rest of the day.
Since Jumoke and her husband will not show their faces. So, thank you.
Bye.
All right then. Take care. God bless you all. We'll catch up.
Bye.